welcome to Coffey's Cliff. Just getting set up. I'll be with y'all in just a moment. In the meantime, sit back, relax, and watch NS6100 and SD40-2 and 6091 as they work in tandem with the rest of the rail staff here, building outbound trains back in the hump yard, where we are at the north end of the debux yard in Chattanooga, Tennessee today. And yes, we are awaiting the arrival of a CP Heritage unit today. Not sure how far out he is, but greetings to all. Lucas, AGS, I hope both of you are having an incredible Sunday. Everybody, welcome to the channel, welcome to the live, welcome to Chattanooga, and if it is your first time, do not hesitate to subscribe rapidly. So I got a couple more things to do, and then I'll catch up with y'all on the chat. We have two different scanners on, so you may hear some of the same things twice. We are next to CSX and NS, and oh hey, we just got a green light on the CSX track. So 133.9 on that defect detector, so y'all listen for that. Hello, Mama Bear. Hey, kid outdoors. How's it feel after your birthday? You doing all right? Everything okay in your world? You having a fantastic day, I hope, sir. So, like I said, I got a couple more things to do. Y'all sit back and relax. We'll watch the engineer here in 6100 when he throws his arm back out again as he awakes to reverse back in, as we just saw him walking in. from Virginia to Missouri to Texas to beyond. Good to see y'all today on this Sunday afternoon. Welcome to Rail Moments, and are we excited? We are awaiting NS1832, bringing the Heritage Unit, the CP Heritage Unit, right through Chattanooga. 179 will be coming in from behind you. Probably will be on the far track. He does have to work the yard today before he goes on out and down the AGS line to Irondale. So at some point, Lucas, Aiden, I'm sure you both have big plans to catch that. Don't forget, 5:30 today, Eastern Standard Time. Catch of the week time with Casey and I at the studio. You don't have your submissions in, there's still time. Send your pictures in, send your videos in, up to 30 minutes. Anything rail train related that you've caught this week. Funsy stuff. Be it a dragonfly on top of the pin, on top of the number board, whatever it is. Favorite locomotive we'll pick, so 8 pictures we'll pick today. And then, after that, they'll go up on the shorts on the channel. Everybody can see them. Over 1,000, let's see, 2, 4, 5, over 5,000 people in the last 3 weeks have looked at them for the last 3 catch of the weeks. We do have a highball green on CSX. So for right now, enough yak out of me. Let's get ready. With all the engine noise from 6100, I may not hear because, as you know, they just sneak right up on us. Closest rail will be CSX coming right at us on the green here at famous, world famous Coffey's Cliff, where I have met people from all over the world. You name it, I've met somebody from up here. It's hard to believe how many people come to this spot in the middle of the trees, in the middle of nowhere. We are under the umbrella because of radiant heat today, but we're good, we're ready. Let's have a good time as we watch for train NS1832. 2 scanners going. You'll hear the yard action, CSX, and what have you. All right, so back to the tracks. I'll catch up with y'all here on the monitor. Just got to make sure y'all are even, so don't go anywhere as we do that process. It is an 80-some degree day, full sun. For those of you yesterday that were on the live with me, yes, the radiant heat took us out, kind of unexpected. It just was hotter than I realized. All right, looks like we're pretty level here. Bubble on the tripod says so. I got a couple weeks I want to clip, so y'all don't go nowhere. not like heights. So, that's as good as that one's gonna get, but it's a little better. Wave to that friendly BTI driver down there. locomotive, lead locomotive 7518. Hey, we got a wave and a honk. And as he closes his windows, and if none of you have been to the Jesse's School of Clipping for visibility, we just made a hole there so we can see. He's got a yellow down there as he heads towards the north end, where he will eventually end up on the C&O and TP, or the Knoxville West End, or the Atlanta North District line. One of those three is where that outbound train is headed. I believe he is 224, but not positive. And as you know, we are awaiting a CSX train any minute on our green light here at world famous Coffey's Cliff. About at the bridge right now. Awesome. Well, we've got this. Is this 220 more going out? All right. Oh, okay. Well, we've got this one going out. We got a green on CSX. We got yours coming in. Awesome. Isn't he going to work the yard? Oh, okay. Yeah, normally he works the yard. All right, cool beans. Thanks. All right, well, if he isn't, then he'll be on the tracks closest to us, which should be awesome. All right, thanks. Be careful. Okay, bye. They're calling 179 to let him know he's got a swap at Main Street. We got an inbound. This could be him, and he may not work the yard. So setting up a second cam real quick. Y'all get ready. going to work the yard. They're going to change out at Bain, and he's going to be rolling out your guys' way. Y'all get set, get ready. And don't forget, we are still holding on a CSX green. All right, that is the equipment defect detector at the 133.9. Our CSX locomotive and southbound train have crossed it. I just want to make sure we're ready for our pan to go with that locomotive. So, CSX coming right at us, everybody. So far, the authority again. Oh, check it out, you guys. Empty auto racks. may be a little loud, but that is 164 sitting there on the other side of 6100. Engineer is inside that SD74-2, 40-2. And for those of you, CP 7015 has passed us. If you're just jumping on, he is not apparently working the yard, switching crews at Main Street. And as you saw either Lucas or AGS mention, 20 minutes at Main Street, he'll be out the south end, you guys. So if you're going to chase 179, you better get in position to the south of me, because he'll switch at Main and he'll be gone. CP 7015, a Canadian Pacific heritage locomotive that is painted in the historical Canadian Pacific Railway paint scheme honoring that railroad's past. So he is painted in the Tuscan red block lettered scheme, and that was used by CP in the 1950s. So get ready, get set, get your cameras, drive safely, but hurry and get to the track south of us. He's going down the AGS, so he'll be right down there in the heart of Attala at one point. So everybody get you a spot. If you see Lucas at one of the crossings, make sure you tell him I said hi. Meantime, we're going to be up on the cliff until 3:30. And then we're going to head off to the studio. It's 80-some degrees. Showers spotty. Light breeze. Here at the debug yard in Chattanooga, Tennessee. I think you can see one leg. No, you can't see that either. Anyhow, in there, sexy engineer, waiting for authorization to reverse back. I got a couple things I'm going to put up. We caught a quick short of him. Giving me a call. CP 7015 has passed us. He's currently at Main Street swapping crews. He won't be there long, so y'all better get ready, get set, head down there if you want to get your pictures, or be ready at the south end. He'll roll on out. 176 moving again. We kind of spy in between what's going by here. forget, Cowan Railfan Day, October 18th. Coming up in Irondale, November 8th, Railfan Day. So mark your calendars for those two events. Catch of the Week, live from the studio, coming up today at 5:30 Eastern Standard Time. Come hang out with Casey and I there in the studio. We did a little bit of bush trimming, as y'all know. So, and again, I have been to the Jesse School of Railside Preparation to see we have another inbound train. And I don't know if I haven't seen Tony on yet, but since I haven't, those of you wondering, yes, it is, you are correct, 123 days to Christmas. That's it. Yeah, for those of you that just thought about that, 123 days to Christmas. 123 days to Christmas. And it is currently Sunday, August 24th, 2025. Everybody, thanks for joining us today here at famous Coffey's Cliff as we watch 164 outbound rolling past locomotive 6100 and 6091, a pair of SD40-2s. Rowdy! Must have been a previous cowboy. Good job, Noah. Hey, check it out, you guys. Skull face with the finger in the air. Here comes our DPU. an AC-44C-6M. And yes, right in front of you, .42-37 liter. An ES40 DC following 75-74. Well, when the door doesn't work, just use a bunch of straps. That'll keep them in. There's a lot of colors for you. I wonder how many cans that took. If you can't get there by rail, make it a plane. NETHER on the wings of that airline. That has to be a lady artist. That was some incredible work. Happy New Year 2024. X-Men's. V8 packed. The V8 made a pact. There goes some corn syrup for our Halloween popcorn balls. Comes a lonely CSX car. Southern car, you guys. $6,100 on the move. Procore going in both directions. All right, everybody, she was talking to 179, so I believe 179 is ready to go. Lucas, AGS, anybody else down that way, y'all get ready. Andy, everybody get set.
Norfolk Southern, post. Ryan 371. He's to a safe stop. You're safety. Cross now. I couldn't do that. Better line them and come back and get this road. 371. 2343. All right, here it goes. I'll come back. Take it out. Park.
He's back!
Set safety on cover train brakes on belt back. Protection off. Out. 3-step. 3-step release. 3-step. 371 conduct. 8, 6, 8, hill, timeout. Out.
And there goes the Kubota.
NS 8618, three in progress. Hold back protection. Out.
Getting those switches aligned for something. Right there. That great big old silver box.
618.
No, it's not a hobo home. No, it's not a power station. That is a great big air compressor with lines that run underneath the track, and they provide air to the train that the air has went down on there at the end of the hump yard. So when they're sitting across here, they need to bring the air brakes back up. They just hook up an air hose to it, and that great big huge compressor is inside of that. So it's an air compressor house, not a hobo home. All right, it's time for us to start getting ready to head to the studio. So we're going to start packing and winding down as we watch this last one pull out. Lucas thinks they're getting ready for 142, and NS Local said 179 is headed south, y'all. Oops, sorry everybody. I kicked y'all while we're packing. Looks like we have a report from Green Bean. M585 coming north through Dalton with 584 coming up behind him. And I believe 584 is carrying a Heritage locomotive today. All right, everybody, we are wound down. Last thing to do is put the umbrella up. Now, Some of you have umbrellas on your patio or wherever, at your work, whatnot. For those of you that were with me the day with the 40-mile-an-hour winds and the torrential storm right here, where I had the brilliant idea to film in the storm, stayed out here as long as we could, this is not the normal angle bend. And as y'all remember, when we were over in Alabama, we folded a tent into 3 pieces. And the umbrella had a problem over there, so we went and got a stronger umbrella mast, a bigger one, put it up here, thought we'd have no problem, and that's how much the wind bent that day. So everybody, normally I'd say I'll see y'all at the next crossing, but today I'm going to see y'all live at the studio. So if you haven't got your submissions in, now's the time. Casey pulls them down at 5:20 Eastern Standard Time. And then anything that you've had that you've seen, fun, unusual, cool, artistic, whatever the case may be, get them submitted by 5:20 Eastern Time. He'll pull them down, and then we'll go live from the studio with Catch of the Week. right, everybody. He's outbound, and I'm outbound. See y'all at the studio in about an hour. Thanks, everyone, and there goes the Kubota. See y'all soon at the studio live. Get those submissions in, railmoments.com. We'll pull them down at 5:20 today, Eastern Standard Time, and Casey will have us live at 5:30. Right on the nose. Thanks, everybody, for being with us here high atop Coffey's Cliff, where we have packed up. All we got left to do is put the temp base in. As y'all watch these two trains pass, I'm going to finish packing.